Well, it's time for a quick update. I'm in Sudbury, Ontario. Basically smack in the middle between Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario and North Bay, Ontario. And it's still very cold, and I just wanted to say something about my fuel mileage. Because last time I fueled it was in Duluth, Minnesota, and that's when I cleaned up or fixed my air vents on fuel tanks, if you saw my previous video, right? And I started driving, and because I was using the scan gauge, I was able to see that actually the more power I added, the better my fuel mileage was. So I drove from there pretty much all the way to here with my power harness set at maximum power, 10, maximum boost. And of course the average was like 8, 9, you know, but that's digital. It's never actually, that's why some guys saying, hey, what's your fuel mileage? Oh, 10 miles per gallon. US or Canadian? US. And then of course what they're not telling you is that they look at their computer. Like if it's a Volvo, they have the driver information center. Or I've been looking at this one, and like first day when it was still warm in US, it was like 9.3 miles per gallon, you know. But today, and yesterday I shut down in a town called Nipigon, Ontario, just east of Thunder Bay. And overnight, the temperature, you know, this is like middle of March, right? The temperature just dropped to like minus 24 Celsius, which is very cold. And then when I started driving, and I had to idle a few hours, when I started driving, I was keeping an eye on my thermometer. I saw the numbers go as low as minus 27. And then when I came here, this is a little bit to the south, right, compared to Thunder Bay, it was like minus 5, you know, minus 8. But now I asked, I still expect some cold span this cold span to continue. So when I fueled here at Sudbury, I went inside to buy some anti-gel. And I asked the lady if she heard of anything about the weather, like overnight, is it going to be cold? And she said, yeah, it's going to be minus 24, minus 25. So I bought 2 big, you know, jugs. Put each one, like one is good for like 1,000 liters, or what is it, like 250 gallons. I put I put one in each tank. And actually this, because this is Canada, right, so fuel here is already pretty good for cold weather, and I could tell even by the color, you know, when I was fueling, that it's really nice diesel. I know one guy, he also works for Landstein, he's Canadian. He tries to buy Canadian diesel whenever it's possible, even though it's much more expensive. But he says that diesel in US, you cannot even compare the quality to Canada. I don't know, maybe he's right, but I see by the color, like, no, it's just clean, like diesel. It's kind of like water, you know, like the color of it's clear. It's not like greenish color like most of the time you see in the States. I don't know, but anyway, what I was saying is that now of course I fueled up in the morning, so, and I was when I started my logbook, I recorded the odometer, right? And now of course this is the end of the day, and this so now I know my distance. It's 829 miles, 829, from Sudbury, Ontario, from this Petro Pass truck stop to that what was it, holiday truck stop in Duluth. And right now I pumped 537 liters, 537, and my tanks were full. But I added anti-gel, but then I idled, so I think it evens things out. So 537 liters divided by 3.78, that's 142 gallons US. All right, and then we do the 829 by 142, that gives me 5.8. Okay, but then, you know, I did idle, like I only put anti-gel, I don't know, like one jug was, I don't think it was a gallon. Oh, maybe it was. So I added 2 gallons of anti-gel, so that killed the fuel. I mean that, so I put less fuel. Yeah, but then I idled maybe, I don't know, 4 hours each night. There was 2 nights. No, wait, in Duluth I only idled maybe a couple of hours. It was not that cold, but here it's really bad. Anyway, 5.8, and this is a 3-axle trailer, and I only had 12,000 pounds on the deck, but it was very cold, and that Highway 17, it goes like this. It's like quite a few times, you know, you look at the top of the hill and it's, I don't know, it's like, I don't know, looks like 45 degrees, you know. It's really bad road. Like this 17 that goes next to the to the lake. If I was heavily loaded, I would never take this highway. But it's very scenic route, you know. If you drive a car in the summer, it's beautiful. Like the views are amazing. But the road for a trucker goes, you know. So I think that 5.8, that's pretty much 6, you know. And a 3-axle trailer. If it was a tandem, it would be so 6 is okay for cold weather in winter. So I do see some improvement. I think those vans, they really, you know, they really help. And so my next stop tomorrow, I'm going to, from here, I think it's about like 8-9 hours to Montreal, Quebec, and that's where I deliver the rest of my my stuff. So now I have about 10,000 pounds only on the deck. I try to find some partial load from Sudbury or from Sault Ste. Marie, thinking maybe there's something going to Montreal or back to US. There's nothing. There was one 44,000 pound load for a double drop trailer. Oh boy. Going to Maine, paying a whole bunch of money from Thunder Bay, but of course I could not do it because it was a full load and you need a different trailer. So now I'm going to deliver Friday. I already called, I was supposed to call the consignee because they want 48 hours advance notice, because you know this is 17 pieces of air conditioning units, so they're gonna they have to be ready to receive such a huge amount of merchandise. Probably a small company, and maybe they don't have employees all the time there, you know, but they want advance notice. I called them, I said, "You speak English?" The guy says, "Oui, a little." I said, "Well, I'm a trucker. I want to be there Friday morning. Can you unload me?" The guy says, "Okay, how many pieces?" I said, 17, 1-7. "Oh, okay, all right." So now we all set, but I have not found any loads. One guy wanted me to go from Montreal to Houston today. So what? I'm not even in Montreal yet. Oh, the computer says you're delivering today. I said, well, trust me, I'm not delivering today. I was still somewhere near. I just left Nipigon, the guy was calling me, and going to Houston. I said, I just came from there, you know. I'm not going back to Texas because it's so hard to find loads out of there going to Eastern Canada. So if I'm going back on the road, because I don't want to drive empty, right, from Montreal back to my hometown Cambridge, it's like 6-7 hours, you know. I don't want to drive empty, but although it's very difficult to find a load that goes directly from Montreal to Cambridge, you know, it's pretty much impossible, because they will always go, let's say, Montreal, Ohio, Montreal, I know, Kentucky, Montreal, Texas, you know. And if I do that, I'll again be on the road for another 2 months, you know. And oh, I see a guy, he ran into the truck stop, and now he's carrying 2 cases of something, and I'm guessing that's the DEF, you know. Like in US, lots of stations you can pump DEF from the same pump as diesel, but here these poor guys, you know. And I was just driving and thinking about all these new trucks and stuff like that, but new truck, that's what you have to deal with. See, my truck, no DF, nothing. But anyway, yeah, so that's the situation today. No load yet. Have no idea what I'll be doing after Montreal. Maybe if I cannot find anything, I'll just, you know, drive 6 hours empty back to Cambridge. And I know the temperature will be good. By the end of the week, it's gonna be warm, so I should not burn too much fuel. Probably will do like, I don't know, 7.5, 8 miles per gallon. So I can afford that. and then I'm gonna take a few days off, and then yeah, end of the month I'm gonna be in Louisville, Kentucky. I don't know yet if I'm gonna go with the truck or with my car, maybe turn it into a vacation. And I mentioned before, I already disconnected my Gear Master, right? So if anyone wants to learn how to work better with manual transmissions, check it out. You know, anyone wants to buy it, let me know. Leave a comment on my channel or under this video. So it comes with a 6-pin plug, which plugs into the ECM under the dashboard. So if you need a different plug, these guys have it on their website, so gearmaster.com. But this is a pretty expensive unit, but I could probably sell it for close to like 300 bucks, including shipping. It's a nice handy unit, you know. I've been using it since, I don't know, since I think I bought the truck, you know. Very useful. Also has a speedometer, digital speedometer and digital tachometer, which are, I don't know about the speedometer, but the tachometer is much more accurate than the one in the truck. So, well, that was a quick update from Sudbury, Ontario, Canada. Thanks for watching. Be safe.